Yes. And the crowd goes wild, and the crowd goes wild. How are you doing, Ropa?
I'm very well, Becky. How are you?
I am great. Finally, great to have you with me.
Thank you for having me.
She was ready last week, guys. She was like, "Call Becky, how far?" And I'm like, I don't know if it's excitement. Oh, Munari busy. I was like, no, baby girl, it's next week. She's like, oh, okay. All right, we got this. And so we are here with her. She's in studio with us, and we're going to get into the talks and find out how Ropa is doing. Yes. So how is Ropafadzo?
Ropa is very well, as you can see.
Yes, I can say.
Yeah.
Talk to us about getting ready for today.
Yeah, I'm more than ready. I'm more than ready. Yeah.
What were you thinking about when you were getting ready?
Like everything. I want to get into detail. Yeah, I want to touch someone. My story, my little story. I'm sure no one or no bad.
No one and do you always feel that way? Wherever you are, you must leave an impact somewhere.
Yeah.
And then go shake up and Jimbo.
Exactly. I feel like don't need a poem. I feel like nikataura story yangu panongo munhu unotobatsira munhu, because I remember inini personally ndinoda kuverenga stereki ndinotsvaga paGoogle. I look for inspiration a lot. So I feel like kastori kangu kadiki kako kanoto inspire someone.
All right, I like that. So let's get into it, Ropa. Take us back to Ropafadzo as a child. What was it like growing up?
Okay, so Ropa is a girl from humble beginnings. I'm a village girl. So I grew up it's along road,
okay,
in Beatrice Bay. So I'm a third child in a family of 4. So but my mom moved to Marangwe in a bus. So tikazongokurira Marangwe, then vakutenga stand ikoko vakuvaka ikoko saka tavatongokurira basically tavatongokurira kumusha like
vakawana basa rei ranga riri.
Okay, my mom is a nurse.
Okay, so I was thinking nurse or teacher.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure which one. Yeah.
So kuti manesi anoendeswa like vano allocate kwampiwa nzomunoenda kwakati. So mama wakawana basa ikoko kuMarangwe kwachona saka ka set up kachona kumaprazi like kumusha, and I'm actually proud of that because zvakandi molda into the person that I am. Kukurira ikoko ndichiona zvandaiona, it somehow molded me. So yeah, ndakurira ikoko ndikaenda primary school, ndakapinda yeikoko inotonzi Marangwe Primary School from grade 1 to grade 7. Then from form 1 to form 6 I was by Ngezi High.
Okay.
Yeah, the boarding school. That's where I did my form 1 to form 6. Then from there I went to MSU, Media and Society Studies.
Why did you study media and society studies?
So I have a strong passion for film. Like I studied media, but I was majoring in film.
Okay.
So in any film, but now I knocked into beauty. But the actual plan was ndoita beauty so that I can fund my film passion. Since film industry in Zimbabwe, I see all that. So ndaiti ndikazvichandira like ndikaita beauty, then I can now fund my film passion. That was the plan. So
the film is the film that you're talking about, is it like a whole movie?
Yeah, it's a whole movie. It's like a feature film.
Oh wow. Would you care to tell us what it's about, or would you spill the beans right now?
I won't.
Not yet.
But it's coming. Just get ready.
Oh my god.
I think it's going to be one of the best movies in Zimbabwe. Yeah.
So you grew up with the passion in film, and you went and studied that, but you found yourself in the beauty industry, and this was by chance or by choice? Because you mentioned that you wanted to do something that was going to fund the filming passion.
Exactly.
So you could have done anything. You could have done anything. Why did you get into beauty?
All right. So beauty ndo like inozikangwa nevanhu ndo haso rangu but then I do a lot of things. I actually call myself a serial entrepreneur. I do mabhero, ndotengesa mabhero, I do ndotengesa nyama, I'm a farmer, ndoita zvinhu zvakawanda. But then beauty ndo like the main hustle inozivikanwa nevanhu, because of course kana wakutora pa like when you're snapping, ndichisnapa ndiri muoffice mangu, ndiri nemastudents angu, then you think it's all that. But kazhinji kachona ndenditori kumbare ndakasunga dhuku rangu ndichimhanyisa mabhero angu, you know. So I do a lot of things.
What?
Exactly, yeah, I do all that. Ndotoenda kumbare most of the time kuoffice kwangu nditori madays uku neuku ndopandienda kuoffice.
Okay.
But pamunoona ndisingapost, I'll be in Mbare andikazosnepe ndobvutirwa phone. But then I'm always kumbare ndichipusha mahustles angu akatowandira kumbare.
Ropa.
I work like that.
When do you go to Mbare? I want to go with you. I want to see it for myself.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I'm just like, well, don't spin a story, man. You are literally spinning the story for us. And, okay, fine, we believe you. I really want to.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll pick you up.
Yes. So we will plan that one. And because I remember you setting up your little salon and you did it so nicely. And then you were like, come and see, because we were like in the area, like, no, come upstairs and see.
Yes.
And I think it was like your house.
Yes.
And then upstairs, that's where you did.
Yeah. So when I started, Nandisna like Maria Kond, and I'm also big on saving. Like Jinjangu Jese, I save kubra pakamarka big. Well, I plan Jinjangu Jese, no plan like Joy last week Ropa Patindo Dakaraska Pamadet. So because Narakato plan what in Kwenda ku radio from this time to this time. Our year and story because I planned everything. You had
scheduled it
exactly.
All right.
So I'm actually big on planning, like nikabata mari yangu ndozoti ndikuseva towards this, and ndakazvidzidzisa discipline. So you remember kasalon kakari kadiki kari mumba, ndokaenderana ne budget yangu by that time. Then I moved, so ndakatanga kuvhura kasalon kakari kadiki. By then I was nanchangobva kuchikoro kuuni, so I saved tumari twangu. Then apartment yedu ndobva ndatanga kushandisa 1 bedroom, ndobva ndakaseta up vakaita kasalon. Then vanoitouya chitobvisa tumari ndichichengeta mari yangu yati one day now I could afford kunovhura like a bigger place. That's when I went to Kuma Avenues, a bigger place. Then I started saving again. Then I went to Avondo, ndavura a bigger place. But it's not like ndakawana funding, so it's just
sister. All right, so you are big on saving. From what age did you like learn about saving? Why I ask about from what age is because I think I'm like 3 years into being disciplined in terms of saving. I was such a spender. I was such a spender, and I bata mari and I would know it's gone. Just give me a couple of days and that money is gone, because I had this thing, right? But the whole aspect of saving starts at different stages in people's lives. Some at a younger stage, maybe your parents taught you how to save, and then you grew up with that knowledge and that background of saving. Or was it something that you encountered, something happened and you were like, if I don't discipline myself in this area, I'm gonna be a broke, beautiful girl, and it doesn't work. Can you imagine? Beautiful.
It doesn't. So my mom is a pastor. And you know how my pastors so taita matarenda tichiseva mari tichita sei kana ukodzonzi mari yako yematarenda iri kunokandwa kuchechi awaimbofarisa zvokuti ndakuda kumbobata mari yangu yematarenda kana kuti ndiite sei. So even ndinoona even work ethic yangu, like the way I work so hard, mama wangu aita akakudza kuti tiri kutodai so unofanira kutoita. So I think zvakabva zvangostika mandiri kuti kana tiri kutoshanda even kubasa kwangu they know kana ndikataura kuti ndosvika ipapo na 8:30 I will be there na 8:30. So I think zvakangogara zvainstilla discipline material. I remember mama wangu vaiti kana ari makuseni taenda kumorning glory, like taenda kunonamata mune imwe chechi so makuseni, so vaitimutsa na 4:00 makuseni wabva kuti handi tinonamata. Kana usikade kunamata kuenda waitozoti unobuda umba une chiflisi chako kana chigumbezi chako unomirira vanhu pasi pemuti dhora vansiya tutora makuseni kuma 4 AM kuchitonhora
haudi kuenda kunonamata asi mumba mangu
hausi kugara saka waitozoona kuti zviri nani ka kuchechi uko kunenge kuchidziya bheta nditongoenda ndinodhoza ndiriko but kumorning glory kwaitoendwa chete so like ndo pfungwa dzamama wangu ndo like zvavakatiita kuti tese tive kuti kana chinhu chichifarira kuitwa ngachiitwe kana munhu uchifarira kushanda shanda especially on working. I remember kuti kuuni chaiko ndaitengesa kana masweets muclass, you know, zvinhu zvitori mandiri ngoti ndongovhura paketi rangu remalolipop, nendatenga malolipop anta maybe $2, ndongovhura paketi rangu tanga kufambisa vanhu vari mulecture richitofamba, but ukatoverenga mari yeye yatomeyo maybe watowana about $6. So ndo kujaira kushanda kwandakaita, like I just believe kuti rangosvika pane vanhu ndenda kutotanga kuto
saka watigirei kutengesei nasi
nhasi mukangondona ndibvunza kuti bvudzi rako ndakutomupa kuti noyotenga pakati pakati
Ropa the hustler.
The hustler, yes.
Ropa the hustler. So Ropa is not a single girl. Ropa is actually a mother. Ropa is a wife. Let's talk about Ropa the wife.
Ropa the wife.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm married to my best friend.
Yeah,
like
sure.
we just click one.
I've seen you guys. Don't no boy.
It's no boy.
Ah,
She's on pressure.
but it's a boy, no nakiza. So, like,
So,
I'm a
yeah.
sucker for love. I am when I see people in love. I was watching a video, Sarah Jakes and her husband Torrey Roberts. Achipedza kuparidza pepe. And then the husband is waiting for her backstage, and she's running like a little girl,
sweet.
and she runs into her husband's arms. I found myself crying, and I was like, baby. You know, it was so beautiful to watch, and I'm like, you know, people with a love like that, I hope you guys grow old together and die on the same day.
Exactly. Oh, on the same day.
On the same day, because I don't see how he would survive without you,
exactly.
or how you would manage continuing with life when your husband is not there. So yes, may you grow old together.
Amen.
And then if you say baby right, Andy, like that. Because your love is just a beautiful thing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What made you choose to marry him?
So my husband, I think is this guy your ideal person. I fit those qualities. So but automatically, like I just fell in love.
How old were you when you met him?
I was 19.
And you got married when you were how old?
22. 3 years later. Yeah.
And how old are you now? How old is this lady?
I'm 27.
She's 27 years old. She met her husband at the age of 19. They got married at 23. And now she's 27, so you've been married for 4 years.
I got married at 22.
So at 22.
Yes.
Okay, you got married at 22. What's been married life been like? As a she boss, as someone who is, because he obviously met you
exactly,
right?
So I think I'm trying to balance. You know, I'm a very prayerful person. I'm rooted. So I know I can do on my own, like, and is the balance saying the first time young we married, the first time young quit so automatically I will fail definitely. So I read, I listen to sermons, how do I balance? But then of course, marriage but from but from Zanda marriage no I think 5 years younger is that
it's too soon. It's too soon. It's too soon to even gauge it. So you are still in your growing phases in the marriage. You're getting to know each other again. It was the direct opposite. I got married at the same age as you. I had my child when I was 23. Was married for 5 years, and I was like,
that's like a good decision.
And then I was like, I'm out. And I didn't know what I was going to do at that time. But looking back, I'm happy it turned out the way it did.
like garwarwa pasi.
Right. I heard you speak on one particular group, Yama Ladies, and you were speaking to young girls about marriage, but you also touched on the aspect of know yourself. You know, like, what are you doing? Was there an experience that you witnessed, obviously within like the community growing up, and obviously maybe that's the reason why you also started the foundation? What did you see growing up where you realized a woman or a young girl who's desiring to get married mustn't just enter into marriage?
Okay, so pane zvinhu zvakawanda zvekuti munhu unofanira kutanga waita before you even think about kuti ndakuda kutanga kurova. And I know vanhu vanopanana pressure, especially on social media. Vanhu vachitaura munhu kana asati arorwa by this age unenge wakadai, like vanhu vanobva vatora marriage yacho. Of course hatingaidiscredit it over that. It's nothing, marriage is nothing, like zvinozotaura not marriage is just
it's
just
not
an
paper. Achievement. I'm like, no,
it's
an
actually,
achievement for me.
Yes, it's actually an achievement. It's not just a paper. Like money is just a paper, but you know, so it's actually something that he discredited. But then the way vanhu kana story married, you know, my societal expectations akazonyanyisa. So ndo zvandaitaura in that group kuti at least munhu tsvaga zvimwe zvinhu zvaunofanira kuita nelife yako, iva nemagoals. Tobva tadzokera back to planning. Mumwe munhu anongoti ndatopedza chikoro ndakuda kutororwa, kana usina maplans unopedzera kuda umhanya unororwa
because hauna plan.
Exactly. But kana une plan inini beki, like ndichimuka every day ndinenge ndine plan. Like week rangu richitanga every Sunday ndotora book rangu ndonyora kuti musi Monday ndikuita this and this and this, Tuesday ndikuita this and this and this, then ndonyora kuti this month ndikuita this and this and this year, you know, ndoplana from padiki. That's why ndigara ndiri occupied. Pese munhu akatonditi izvo so yakwakati I can't because ndine zvinhu zvakawanda zvandodaita. But kana usina plan ka ukatongonodzwa nemunhu kuti zvinhu zvawanonoka kurorwa wakutofila kunge wanonoka. But kana une plan yako ukanyatsoplana zvinhu zvako unotoona kuti marriage yachonaka itori padhuze sterek dai atombopushwa kuti ndimbotanga ndaachiva 1 2 3 you know. So ndo panodzoka kukosha kweplanning. Planning is very important. Ukasadaro you fall into depression. Unoita zvinhu zvakawanda but not because hauna zvekuita but because hausi kuziva kuti unofanira kuita chii. And remember haukwanise kuziva kuti ndikufanira kuita chii kusvikira wakachinyora pasi uchichiona kuti icho ndikufanira kutanga ndaita icho ndisandaita this and this.
All right, 0719100404 is the number to send through your WhatsApp messages for you to be part of this conversation with Ropafadzo. She is our She Diaries guest today. This woman is a business lady, and I'm just discovering new things about her. And I've known this girl for quite a bit, but now, you know, she's like unfolding, and she's telling us some deep stuff here. So the first thing she told us is that she's in this filming passion. She studied media and majored in filming because she wants to be a Steven Spielberg. Ada kutipama movie. Saka mkaona pakanzi movie by Ropafadzo Machakwa Mwedzi. Muzoti aiwa, you heard it here on Capital. Movie Yo-Yo was mentioned. So there's questions that are coming in. I think at about 1:45 or so, we'll start taking messages from our listeners. So keep those messages coming through. Let's talk about the foundation, the Ropafadzo Foundation. How easy or difficult is it to start a foundation?
All right, so foundation inspiration yangu ndakaiwana, remember ndakudza ndakurira kumusha. Nene I wouldn't say ndakura kumusha ndichitambudzika. We had the same background. Mama vaishanda vanga vari nurse, daddy was a lawyer, so yeah, but environment yananga ndiri ndakaona zvinhu zvakawanda, ndakadzidza zvinhu zvakawanda. Remember I mentioned kuti ndaidzidza like mu local school yeimomo kunenge kuchiya vana vakasiyana siyana vanogara maprazi, vanogara like mukomboni, taitodzidza tese chitogara tese. I remember pane this friend handisi kumenshina zita rake, taitogara like pa same desk. Mama wake wanga wakafa, so but anga uzogara na stepdad. So stepdad wake vaimo abuse sexually, but ndichiro remember ndiri mudiki papo ndaisada kuti zvinhu zvaitika kwaari zviitike kwaari, but nandisina power racho. So I just feel like izvo, so I'm now empowered. I can do something. At least I know kuti kumamusha kune vana vari kutambura, kune vanhu vari kudaidai, and I can do something about it. Saka ndokungotrya kungoita what I can kugadzirisa.
So it was from that one
not that one. Kana wambodzidza umusha bheki kana wamboona vanhu vekumusha vana vanenge vachifamba vasina bhutsu like muwinter manga akatsemuka kusvika gumi kutaura zvevanhu vandaidzidza navo musame class uchinyatsoona kuti uyo haatorina bhutsu muclass munhu achitonhorwa but chitoziva kuti kumba kwachona hakutorina juzi
hapana juzi haanakukanganwa juzi
ehe ndosika ndichitrai kuti ngatibatanidze zvinhu zvakati tiendeze because I know poverty yachona iri kwendiri serious but vanhu kana papa social media vangonosa zvinhu zvisati zviri kunyatsoreva but inini I've been there ndonyatsoziva from experience kuti kune nhamo so I just try as much as I can kueradicate zvandinokwanisawo do like push yangu.
That's your push. I've seen a couple of videos when you do go and you like rally up people and you get groceries and you get uniforms, school books and all. There was one time when you posted Uchiti, you need people to pay school fees for these kids. And I think someone asked you, could imari school fees actually and you were like $10.
Exactly. You see, don't marry that. And pangopachina pepa ndotora ndabhadharira chikoro chese fees. Imari shoma and anyone else can do it. But sometimes vanhu havazviiti because havaziye kuti kune munhu angonotoshaya $10 mwana akutodzingwa temureseri gotopera mwana akagara kumba because not because vabereki havasi kushanda kana uchibata havatorina kwekutoiwa.
Yeah. So tell us about the Ropafadzo Foundation in terms of sustainability. Are you in it by yourself? Do you have sponsors? Do you have people who assist you? I think we've spoken to about a couple of ladies, I'm failing to put a number on it, who are involved in this charity work. And you can tell with all the ladies I've spoken to, they're doing it from the heart. They're not doing and I just want to get sponsorship and all. You are doing it from the heart because it's a story that you know. It's a story that you went through, you understand it, and you've experienced it. How are you sustaining the foundation?
So foundation, you know, sometimes I'm passionate, I want to help, but at the end of the day, so like I try to do things that I can fund this. Because then praise be to God.
Amen.
But ndinongotrywo kungoti kana ndikati ndoda kubatsira vana 300 I just make sure kana pandikunoshanda pepe kuti ndikushanda ndine budget yekubatsira vana 300 ndikazowanawo vamwewo vakuda kubatsira maybe takutowedzera nhamba or but I just make sure kuti zvese zvandoda kuita I can fund it myself because I've been disappointed nevanhu zvekuti wopedzera kuita kunge benzi woti toda kubatsirana akati woenda ukoko hakuna chiriko so I just try kuti zvinhu zvese zvandinoita I can fund it ndega inini.
I'm drawn to this. So just a final question on the foundation and then we'll move on.
Okay.
What does $10 do?
$10?
Yes.
So $10 is a lot of money, baby. $10 inogona kubhadharira mwana fees. Tisati amboenda kufees. Kune vanhu vekuti haatoziye mapotatoes. Haatoziye kudya potato chairo. Not talking about fruit. Kana riri fruit nderere musango but kuti banana apple kune mwana asikazvizivi. Kuna vanhu vane nhamo bheki yekuti inini personally I'm just so emotional. Kana ndiri ikoko ndinenge ndichingochema kunge benzi because nhamo yacho yakawandisa like magumbezi ekufuga chaicho you know hembe dzedze dzatoti ichi chihembe ngatipise hembe kubvira zvandakamunoona ukoko bhekika andipise hembe kumba kwangu anozviziva andipise hembe mwana anenge akapfeka unyatsonoti kamwana kane 8 years but kakapfeka trousers remunhu mukuru rakasungwa kudai suku rakachekwa kuti angowana chekufamba nacho because vakasadaro anofamba musano yese uri panze because havatorina kwekuwana imwe hembe saka chero chaunongowana that's why painchiti kana chero munhu ane chero zvimarara zvomba kwenyuka chingounzai tinonovapa vanonoita plan like this. Pane umwe mukadzi watakaona anobatanidza tumagumbezi like anenge achicheka tumagumbezi so osona otora chimwe chipati cherimwe gumbezi zvarinenge riri gumbezi handibeki
like a quilt.
Zviri zvimagumbizi pamwe pachona chiri chijuzi chaunonoti chijuzi chakachekerwa kuti vana vangofuge so situation yachona ukaiona bhekika unoti beta ningo ameno $10 iyo unonoti inonoita zvinhu zvakawanda zvisingaiti inoita zvinhu zvakawanda zvandisikatogona even kuexplain.
Okay, so I'm putting myself out here. I'm pledging to be part of this Ropafadzo Foundation, and I'm going to rally plenty more other people so that you don't have a headache looking for this funding. It's only because I see your passion. Look, I'm crying. Okay, we are going to take a break. We are going to take a break.
Guys, ma one baking.
Oh, and I don't know. Becky, as I was speaking to you now, I could hear the Holy Spirit say, "Be a part of this, Becky.
Wow.
Becky, be a part of
Wow.
this." I've been asking God to say, "I want to be a part of something."
Becky knows when I keep up. Zvokutaura zvabva zvapindirana kana chiboomba kana matangati mwari ifanira unotaura it's not about me handisi kuda kuti ndinzi Ropearl this or Ropearl that but kuti Holy Spirit mutaure kana kuri kuimpacta vanhu imimi I want you to do everything so now kutaura kuti wow no Becky kumbura kutora kavideo kadiki please.
Oh. Guys, Ropa needs help with the Ropafadzo Foundation. I mean, I've spoken to a lot of people who are involved in foundations, and it's always heartwarming. But there's just something about Ropafadzo and the foundation that she's running. It needs your help. $10. $10. $10. $10. $10 that you spend in restaurants and $10 that you spend on doing your nails. $10, guys. $10. Okay, let's get back to the interview. You are so you, Loiso. This song is so beautiful. I think it also added to my tears. All right, we've got like 10 minutes to shut this interview down, and I'm hoping I'll be able to do it without crying over. I'm just trying to look for a fun question to ask you now, because you got me crying in studio. How dare you? Okay, we are back. If you're just joining us, you are a part of Diaries. And we've got Ropearl, who she's fondly known as Ropearl on the social media platforms, but her name is Ropafadzo Machakwa Mwedzi. Mwedzi being your husband's surname.
Yes.
All right, great. Okay, I think I'm back.
You're back.
With all of these things that are happening in your life, you've got the business, you've got the family, you're a wife, you're a mother, you are training, you are making sure that women are empowered and they've got a skill to use when they're outside in the big bad world. Like you are equipping and empowering women. Do you have time for yourself? What do you do for fun? What do you do with your kids? What do you do with your husband, or just by yourself? Okay. Just like this is Ropa's time. What do you do?
All right. So, like I said earlier, I'm a creative. So every little chance that I get, I try to tear that passion. Ndogara ndiri busy singaite kubasa kana ndabva basa, like I said, kuti ndenda kuoffice kwangu, ndabva kuoffice kwangu ndakwenda ndonogeza makeup kusvika denda mbara une makeup zvingori clown.
Yes.
So ndogeza makeup ndosunga dhuku ndakwenda kumbare, from there panodzoka dongosvika pamba ongorara. So time ishome andinowana kunyatsove creative, saka pese pandinowana like katime kadiki I try as much kunyatsove creative, ndichinyora zvinhu zvangu zvandinonyora. I do a lot of things. Then kana ndisiri kuita izvozvo, I make sure I'm with my family. I spend like quality time because my husband needs me as a wife, not as a boss. So I need kudzokera kumba ndoita wife, and my husband is that typical African guy anyatsoda kudya sadza ramunwa nomukadzi wake.
And you do all of that?
Yeah, so and I actually zvinotondinakidza izvozvo kuti not kuti antichibika iso, so I just make sure kuti murume wangu ndonyatsomugadzirira chikafu chake achidya. Yeah,
and he's supportive of everything that you're doing?
He is very supportive. Yeah, I think ndo chimwe chinhu chinoita kuti tibve tinyatsoti gedye. He's very supportive. Zvese zvandinoita, even kana pese kwekwe you make sure ndikamutoti pane mari dzakati dziri kushota you chip in like it's very supportive. Business foundation everywhere is just supportive.
All right, because of our time, she brought tissue.
Oh,
thank you. I'm a mess. Ropa, I'm not gonna forget the work. And the high baking, tingabatsiro say ne food mbatya, etc. Panyaya ya Ropafadzo Foundation. I will give people like your contacts and the show today. That's what I'm going to be doing. And the chokwadi beki shuktarwa na Ropafadzo zviri kumusha kwedu kune vanhu vari kutambura chokwadi. Thank you Ropa nekupa kwa unoita kune vanotambura. God bless you. And Mwari ngavakubatsiro. Yes, may God ngava Ropafadzo uyo sezita rake azotiudzawo kuti kana tichida kubatsirawo toita sei kuti tibata kushaya zvako mai tino anzi kushaya zvako mai, but this is mai Tino from Chi Town. So we've got people who do want to come on board, and I think, like I said, the way you describe the situation,
yeah. So apa like my next project ndikutwara like my young women vai vakamitiswa vasina like kwekuenda kana vakafirwa, just my single mothers. Then since I have an academy, I have nothing to lose. Ndingotora matuters ekuchikoro kwangu ndoenda nawo ikoko, then it's just for free. It's a 2-day workshop. Ndovadzisa kuruka musoro, mabasa emaoko, so that vanokwanisa kuzvisustain vari kwavari ikoko.
Yeah. All right, we've got 5 minutes left. More messages. The messages are just, I don't know what to do with these messages. 042 says, may God continue to bless you. And Tembi Moyo Stoneridge says, I'm challenged. Let's do something. If you were challenged by this, that little bit in the interview, if you were challenged the same way I was challenged, we will definitely do something. Anzi, thank you, Ropa Nebasa Raul Kuita. This is from 272. With 4 minutes left, Ropa, your calling, what would you say your calling is in life?
Okay, interesting. So my calling in life, I believe, like Canonic Christian, the ultimate calling or the ultimate purpose, yet as Christians, is soul winning. And that's what I believe could endorse secondary pan up. So all this kuita kubatsira vanhu kuita say I make sure and people are so religious. Sometimes but like I said, that's all I know. That's all I live for. Just God. So my ultimate goal in life is to bring people to God. Because in any personal, I find like peace, joy, chero zvinhu zvakaoma bheki ndinofara handite stress muupenyu hwangu, handite stress, handite sechero zvinhu zvakaoma sei, because I have God. And ndoda kuti everyone else ave that experience. I see vanhu vakawanda, these days, because of my mental issues, when vanoita ma-stress, vanoita sei, but I just believe that if you have God, so I think my calling is just so winning. Whichever way I'm going to do it, maybe but just that impact, I make sure I use it to bring someone to God.
Yeah, and I'm sure God is going to assist you with that one, because with the work that you're doing, it's 3 minutes to 1 o'clock, and we're just wrapping up our talk with Ropafadzo Mwedzi, who is our She Diaries guest. She's a businesswoman, an entrepreneur with a range of things under her belt. She wears so many hats and still yet finds time to be a wife. And Zindiri beautiful today. Those who are watching on Facebook can really see she's a gorgeous lady. The producer was like, hey, she's like this black Barbie.
Oh,
yeah, all right, so if people want to get in touch with you, how are they getting in touch with you? Dr. Nyora, so that when you're away, I will remain the correct number that they can get a hold of you for the Ropafadzo Foundation.
Okay, so my number is 0784 912-084.
Oh, that's an easy number.
Yeah. Yeah, or they can just get in touch with me on my socials, or contact a message, then I'll get back to them.
Okay, and your social media handle?
It's Ropearl 263.
It's Black
Pearl. You know where that came from, Becky?
263.
Yeah. So my classmate tatiri tu papa na Pearl angakachuka and Pearl ininda kashiba. So you know vananga da kuchinyira like this. Pearl we black.
Yay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Black Pearl.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. 0784-912-084. They can call and app on that number.
Yeah.
All right. I will be giving it to you, and also we'll put it on our Facebook page for those of you who want to get in touch with Ropa. And then on the social media platforms, that's Instagram and Facebook, Black Pearl 263, as in Zimbabwean. Black Pearl. It is a minute to 1 o'clock, or literally a few seconds to 1 o'clock. When we come back, we have lunchtime recharge with Apostle Blessing Chigodura, and we're talking the power of marriage. Stick around.